Welcome to History, Lesson 73. So, we have finished our science and now we're switching over into history. We are going to begin to learn about Noah Webster. Hopefully, you have heard of him before, but if you have not, that's okay. We're going to be learning about Noah Webster and all that he did while he was alive. Now, I want you to look for these different words: primer, Yale College, the same Yale College that is around today, sacrifice, American textbook, the blue backed speller. All these words have to do with Noah Webster. If you have grabbed your history book, awesome. If you haven't, pause your video, go grab your history book, and find page 197. Now that you have found your history book and turned to page 197, I want you to take a look at the timeline and the picture of Noah Webster here. He was alive during the colonial times when America was just starting out. Okay, so if you look at the timeline of events, there are some things that took place during Noah Webster's lifetime. Okay, he was um, a smart man and boy who loved to read. He wanted to read all the time. He loved words. But the thing about the times was that the schools did not look like the schools that you know of today. Back then, there was one room school where their kids would have one book to learn from. Okay, and that was called the primer. The teacher would use the primer to teach the students about anything. It would be for the younger kids. Okay, and then along with the primer was a speller, which taught different kinds of words. Now, there were limited education opportunities during Noah Webster's lifetime. Now, he had heard about the library at Yale College. Their library had over 2,000 books within it, and he wanted so badly to go to that college so that he could read all the books within its library. Now, his parents were very hardworking and they did not make that much money. So his father explained to him, hey, that's going to be a little challenging because it's very expensive to send you off to school. But since they were so determined and they loved Noah Webster so much, they worked hard and were able to send him off to Yale College. So Noah went to Yale College for 4 years. Unfortunately, during his 4 years, it was a little bit of a hard time because the um, war for independence was happening while he was in school. So it was a little bit hard while he was in college. Once he finished and graduated, even though the war had ended, he had trouble finding a job. So he became a teacher. Remember, he loved to read, he loved words, he loved learning, he loved everything about growing in knowledge. So he became a teacher. And he saw as a teacher the need for textbooks. So he went out and decided that he's going to help out the schools have books for the students to read. He came up with the American Spelling Book, which, since it was blue in color on the cover, it became known as the Blueback Speller. So if we hear the Blueback Speller, we know that it was the spelling book that Noah Webster created for the schools and the children to learn from. And he had a dream or a vision that every child should know about their country. So he wanted to make sure that there was information in these books that would tell the person about where they are living, about their country, the history, how they got this far. which is so fortunate for us because now we get to talk about it today. Now, I want you to read pages 197 to 202. And I want you to stop where you see there is none righteous. Just read the words up until that point. So just the top part of page 202. Then I want you to look on Google Classroom and look for some questions to check your understanding about the first part of Noah Webster. Happy studying.